Happy D-Days. It's a great day to be a Coyote. Welcome, Coyote Nation, to another episode of Back to Pack Podcast, where we are going to be bringing you all of your favorite games, memories, and, of course, discussion with our fellow Coyotes. As a disclaimer, we have no affiliation to the University of South Dakota. This is a podcast ran by fans for fans. The ideas and comments do not represent the university. Our opinions are our own. Be sure to find us on Twitter at BackToPackSD. With that being said, let's jump in. I will say that is a perk of not having a pre-recorded intro.
Oh, that
There
is
you go.
true.
Custom,
Throw
let's
happy
go.
D's in there. Happy D-Days, everyone.
Absolutely. Happy freaking D-Days.
And if we ever need a D-Days, now's the time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the timing is perfect. It feels so good to be back in D-Days. It's a blast. I'm ready to do this. We have a loaded show because this has been an overly busy week throughout the university, throughout Back to Pack. We got a D-Days game this weekend. Let's do it. Let's jump right in.
I say let's go. It is a
Let it
loaded
rip.
show. Yep, let's let it rip. All right. So
All right.
as everybody knows, unless you've been living under a rock for the last week or two, it is D-Day. So like you said, happy D-Days to everybody. Let's throw up some comments here real quick. We got Yoke Fan, the OG.
Yes, sir.
What up, Yoke Fan? What we got here? Got maybe a new listener or a new commenter.
Compliment. Yeah, this is a new one.
All right.
Well, welcome to the
Indeed.
show.
Yes.
Absolutely. Go Yotes.
Well, I will say before you leave the show, make sure you subscribe on your way out. We'd very much appreciate it.
Oh,
And then, of course,
Sarah's in here. Let's go.
Sarah knows.
She's downtown listening on her phone or something. Downtown's bumping. I love it.
maybe we should
they're-
give her access to go live from OLC or wherever she's at right now, just so we can
Careful.
get a little sneak peek.
No free shout outs. No free shout outs.
Okay, fair enough.
Thursday
Do we just
before
name all the
D-Days.
bars?
you
Thursday
go.
night before D-Days is a sleeper great time. But
Mhm.
anyways, if you
Love
know,
it.
you know.
Love it. All right, fellas.
Absolutely.
Jake, you brought this up last show on Monday night.
Blah, blah.
I knew what was going to happen here, and of course it happened. Section D
yeah.
sold out. First one to sell out.
The best
Grant?
section in the dome sold out. Is that what I just heard? Yep, there it is.
Grant, everybody likes to sit next to you.
Here's the only thing I'm gonna say is I single-handedly sold out Section D just by initiating the challenge. That's what I'm gonna say, anyways.
You're right, Jake. They initiated the challenge and they looked on the side and
Instantly.
they went, "Who do I want to sit by?" And I was the obvious choice.
See,
Hey,
what I
Ian.
come to realize, they want to watch me hear you. That's what it is.
Oh, sure.
E and F
sure.
are close. E and F are close. They're not far behind. G's got some work to do, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see here.
Yeah.
All right.
It's still fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, what did we see earlier today, guys? Like 1,600 tickets left, I think, total.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fallen down quickly. They released it to the university staff, which is always nice. That really syncs the numbers quickly. So
Yeah,
it looks
I
good.
noticed.
We're definitely getting better.
I noticed my section H had some tickets gone, so that's good.
Mhm.
All right. Alex's Lemonade Stand, guys. We have a huge weekend for Alex's Lemonade Stand. So real quick, just peek at the standings. We are still sitting in first place here with just over $6,500 raised on the year. Chase Mason, man, Jackrabbits, they're gaining. They dumped in a bunch of money from their pudding shots up there, so they are now squarely in second place. Taco Dollar hasn't really moved since we talked last, but a bunch of zeros, which is unfortunate to see.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of new schools and new players on here, so they really got to get going. But you can see kind of I guess us and the school up north there are kind of the two leaders and have been the last couple of years. But some of these guys got to get going for sure.
Well, and I think what kind of happened too, Aiden jumped out to a quick lead, and the schools that didn't think they had a chance disappeared, I think, is what really happened. But the schools that we kind of thought would contend are right up there, exactly where we expected.
Yep, absolutely. Grant, don't get puked on.
Yep, Yopan's got it. That is accurate.
All right, and go back to that real quick, just so for the listeners that are following along on Spotify after the fact, just for an update. Currently, Aiden sits at 6,500. Chase Mason is sitting at 2,200, and then Taco Dollar from Montana State is sitting at just over 13.5.
You got
So, top three for us.
it. All right.
More to be updated on that after Saturday.
Yes, absolutely. So, speaking of that, ways to get involved, and there are a bunch. This is a absolutely loaded weekend, like we said. So, I'm just going to run through the list real quick. Obviously, the QR code right off the bat, you can scan that, and it'll take you to Aiden's page, and you can donate directly. We have the Jelly Oat shots, which you two have been hard at work getting those made.
We should have well over 200.
Well over 200 for the weekend. We have to keep those babies on ice, though. It's gonna be warm.
Yeah. Cooler.
We have cookies and lemonade. That's new for this weekend.
Yes. That's on your end. I'm trying to see if I can get the lemonade to work out on our end or not. Still trying to find a big tub, one of those old sports drink dispenser coolers.
Okay.
But I'm running into some issues on that part. So we'll see. But we know there'll be lemonade and cookies on one end.
Absolutely. And the Lemon Top Challenge, as always, we're not going to talk too much about that tonight, but we do have the Lemon Top Challenge. And then the 444 Dome Challenge, Jake.
We need some people to step up and challenge. The guy that's late to the party.
We can't let Matt be the one and only winner for this.
I know. This is going to get a little frustrating. So 4 Dome Dogs, 4 beers, 4 quarters. Make it happen.
Let's go. All right. And then last but not least.
Oh, there he is.
Welcome, Matt. Last but not least, USD Coyote Fans Nation Facebook page. You've got the auction going on over there. So I'm going to jump to the next slide. Oh, which actually, by the way, 6,900 fans over there in that page, man. That page has grown a lot over the last year or two.
And we're actually closer to 7,000 than 6,900 now. So
perfect.
It actually rounds up to 7,000 even.
All right. So that's awesome. So take us through kind of where we're at, and I guess just the process too, because we're coming down to the end. You've got one more day here to get your bids in. So Jake, take us through this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get till 7:30 tomorrow, the 3rd, not the 5th. I can't read calendars. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Got big news. This is the exact helmet, actually. The red with the white face mask and the POS logo. That is the actual helmet now. I got confirmation on it. I was using a placeholder. It was noted very well in the post itself, but want to let everybody know I will be editing that post tonight and tagging everybody in it so they get to see it. It currently sits at $600, which I have come to find out is actually on the low side. So normally Calling All Coyotes go for about $1,000. Definitely getting in on a deal right now. Potentially if you get your bids in here soon. The next, I will say the helmet and the sideline passes were donated by the university. Huge them on this. It is fantastic, and they absolutely blew up. I do love that both sideline passes are even at $200 as well.
That is pretty cool.
We did split the bids on both sides correctly. And then the black jersey, which is an actual donation from Fanatic out there. This jersey, it is one of a kind. They did not make a lot of these. They were not released to the public. I think they probably sold one at Calling All Coyotes. A few people here and there got one. I'm going to tell you, you're getting this at a discount regardless of where it's at. So be sure to get your bids in on it. And I will say, I mean, this is authentic. You could put shoulder pads and that helmet on, and you could go try to take Lorenzo Fenner's spot on the field, and no one would notice. Maybe a little, but
I was thinking that red helmet too. That's the helmet we're wearing this weekend, guys. So
that is
the helmet that one with some sweat in it.
I was just going to say that you might get one fresh off the game after the game.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to work it out. Who knows? Maybe there will be more updates after 7:30 hits on tomorrow. There is potential that the helmet may be sitting for you at tailgate if you're coming to the game. I'll figure it out exactly. Probably will have the jersey there too. I'm not 100% sure. Details are obviously working out because this was put together very quickly, and it's, I'd say, pretty successful so far.
What about any info on the sideline passes as far as the winners, whoever wins those, where to go?
Yep. So that will be through the ticket office. I will get the exact spot to send you to when that time hits. I'm working with the university to make sure we get that all correct, but they'll have your names on it, and you just have to present your ID.
Nice.
At the tickets office. Yeah, I'm excited. And I want everybody to remember with these bids, when you throw $600 at the helmet, you're throwing $1,200 at the Lemonade Challenge. Mm-hmm. When you throw $400 at the jersey. That's $800 at the Alex's Lemonade Stand Challenge. This is all being matched. Whatever we raise here is being matched by USD alumni that work for Northwestern, who is putting on this fantastic donation effort. So be sure to get those bids in. It will be matched. All the profit, or all the proceeds of this, everything is going to Alex's Lemonade Stand.
So like we said earlier, Jake, on that on the short special announcement show, like we said, this is really a triple benefit, right? You're not only getting to donate your own donation, it's being matched dollar for dollar, and also you're getting like some of the coolest yoke gear that I've seen. Especially like you said, the jersey is truly one of a kind. I almost compare the black jerseys to kind of the chrome jerseys. I don't know if everybody remembers those, but those are ones. There's right. Yeah, I was gonna say Mitch has one, but those are another item not easy to find. Right, the chrome jerseys, you don't see too many of them hanging around. Those black jerseys are going to be the same way here. So, and of course that helmet. I'm biased. That's my favorite helmet. The red on red. That's beautiful.
That is sick. All right. Anything else, fellas, on this? I know we're rocking and rolling here.
I will say, be sure to check out one of the sideline passes posts, because if I remember correctly, it was Allie that posted a video from her time on the sideline when the players got to walk out. I believe it was for Drake this season already.
That was his last home game. Yep.
Fantastic view. Players gave the kids high fives as they went out, loud as could be. All the focus is down there. I mean, remember, just 200. You want to get in on the bid, 225, 250 to make memories with your kids, your friends on D-Days. I don't think you could ask for a better game to be on the sidelines for.
Yeah, warm-ups and that run out, which is sweet. All right. Moving right along here, let's go to our spots at Tailgate. So where can people find us when it comes to getting cookies, getting lemonade, getting jelly shots?
Yep. Yeah. We're going to be on the better side of the dome for sure. If this wind holds out of the south, it is going to be blowing pretty good.
Just a little bit.
But be sure to find any of the back-to-back logos, which I still get a kick out of. That's the perfect way to do this. So well done, Mitch. But find any of us three there. Jello shots will be up in the Northeast for sure, and in the South. Lemonade and cookies will be on the South one as well. Maybe we'll get some cookies up at ours, but I don't know. I think we'll trade. To leave here.
We'll trade cookies for jelly shots.
I'm also concerned that the cookies might melt too.
Right. Very possible. Yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but as far as flying my flag, it's definitely not going to be as high in the air because that thing's going to be ripped to shreds if it's fully extended. So it's going to be a little lower, I think, this Saturday.
I was just about to say the same thing. We might have to rock the back to pack shirts or something for tailgate so people know where to go, because the flags. To your point, I think the flags may not be making it. So
we'll go for as long as we can go.
Right, exactly. We'll let them fly, but when in doubt, just hopefully they'll be able to find it. We're not too hard to find.
That's right.
Yeah, get some screenshots on this. I'm also excited. So if your back to pack shirt has gotten in and you ordered one, swing by the tailgate. That's how you get 3 free beers real quick too.
That's awesome. I forgot about that.
I don't forget. I'm gonna go to Grant and get my my free beer from you.
There you go. They're just had lunch with my sister today. I was traveling through Minnesota for work. Stopped and had lunch with her. She said she's had some more orders come in this week, and I said, of course, D-Days. So I know the folks are out there. So like I said, stop by. If you got a back to pack shirt on, I got a beer for you.
That's awesome. I love that.
Show us your receipt. If it isn't in yet, show us your receipt. You'll get free beer too. So
that's perfect. All right, Jake, Grant, big news this week. It seems like almost every week we get something here. And this week they dropped the master plan for future upgrades, which we've talked about some of these on this show before, but some of these we haven't. So, Jake, I'm going to turn this over to you, and we'll go through. We're only going to focus on the dome stuff tonight for the sake of time, but just know there are 2 other pieces to this. Phase 1 is the Gasson family track complex, which is that indoor facility that we've already talked about. And then phase 3 is the softball complex with the stadium seating, turf field, all that fun stuff that comes with that. But for the sake of time tonight, we're just going to go through the dome stuff, which is phase 2.
Now, I'm going to ask as we go through this too, because I didn't see it. Is there a timeline? Did they say anything about that?
I think the only thing I've seen was like the next 5 to 7 years. to complete all of them, I believe.
All right, so the east side, I mean, it's going to look fantastic. It's going to get a full update. More concourses. Everybody's definitely going to enjoy that. It's going to be nice. The one thing that's really cool that you can kind of see in this picture is up on that northeast corner. You can see that white pillar going straight up with a little red around it. That's going to be a platform to be able to watch the games from. And I tell you what, I've sat up and Grandpa used to have booth up when they were up in the suites up there. It's a pretty darn good view from up there. So you're going to be able to see some pretty cool stuff. If you're an X's and O kind of person or want to see the whole field, you're going to be like an offensive coordinator up there.
I love it. All right. So I don't know, Jake, if you want to go through all of these, but people can just see all the different things that are happening on the different levels here.
This is the only upgrade I want to talk about right here by Ray.
Ray nailed it. That's what everybody's been talking about for 10 years. Got to get those new speakers. Absolutely.
My fingers are crossed that they're also going to work in some wiring for some speakers out on the concourses so we can hear what's happening on the game when you're in line getting your dome dog and your beer to do the 4-4-4 challenge.
How about wasn't TVs above the stand-up urinals in the men's bathroom on your wish list too?
At least above the concessions, but yeah, I mean, throw some in the bathroom. Hook us up.
Many years ago, there used to be TVs in the concourse that showed the game. It was always about 5 seconds behind, which is always kind of funny. You could hear the roar of the crowd, and then you looked up at the TV and you could see what was going on. But absolutely. I have a feeling those will be back. That's always great.
I mean, we can touch on this a little bit here. It's the 100, 200, 300, 400 level features that were being added. Some more weight rooms, really focusing on all the other sports involved that are using the dome as an office, with soccer, softball, men's and women's golf, tennis, and our triathlon programs. So that's all going to be taking place in there. Coaches' offices are going to be set up there. They're really loading up, making sure the staff as a whole for all athletics are really well equipped, which will be really nice.
I will say too, just a quick note on that. The real benefit, right, to the dome, obviously it's the home of football primarily, but when you have a dome structure like that, you have so much flexibility for other sports to be able to utilize that indoor space, especially during the winter months. And then of course the office space that's for admin. I think it's fantastic. Excited to see that expand for not only the football team, but for everybody.
Well, and you gain a ton of space too with the pool being gone, right? So there's a ton of stuff that can now go in there.
So much square footage gained by that leaving for sure.
Yep,
absolutely. West Side's getting a little touch up too, even, which is good to see. It's going to be interesting to see how this progresses as the years go. I'm really excited for it. I think the biggest thing with what's on the screen here for us now, the dome has been floating right around 9,100 for a capacity, and it looks like we're going to push above 10,000 again, bringing that number back, and it'll be a legitimate 10,000 this time.
Yeah,
but that's fantastic. And then the piece of resistance, north and south video boards.
Yes, let's go.
Yes, yeah. It is kind of a pain to turn my head to the north when the ball's going south, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And how about, let's look at this first and then we'll get to your end zone club. You just see a cross-sectional of the dome so you can see all that stuff going in underneath.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see too much on it. It's really cool with the X-ray view from viewing it from the north. Check out that new video board up there. So that looks really good on the south side. One thing I'm really excited about over on the west side of the stadium is and there's a picture on the screen for us now, but there's a platform up top above the seats that they'll be adding as well. And again, that's going to be about the same level as what the old boxes were. It's going to be a fantastic viewing area.
That's really interesting because one thing Grant and I were talking the other day was that west side is steeper, and it's noticeably steeper. And for funsies, I sat at that top of like N or whatever, Jacob, where you're at. Sat in the top row one time for funsies, and it's not a great spot, honestly. So seeing this now going to happen on that side at the top, that's actually pretty sweet. I think that's going to be a lot better experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it kind of gives the kind of like the standing room only type vibe up there too. I don't know exactly what it'll be, but I have a feeling a pretty open concept type deal up there. So,
yep, exactly. All right, But this is, I think, one of the coolest additions on there. On the south side, below what we've seen people viewing through the glass, we got garage beers for Coyote games. That's what I'm going to call it. The garage looks awesome. I think it's going to be a really cool angle. And could you imagine LJ or Charles Pierre Jr. scoring a touchdown and they just run right up to you to celebrate with you?
I say, dude's just rolling right through the garage door there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
That was. I think that's everybody's first thought is, oh, guy scoring a touchdown and coming high five and all the fans on this end. So
Absolutely.
I always like unique, cool concepts like this, and what that end product looks like will probably look differently than this, but this concept in general is very, very cool.
All the final thing I'll say about this too, because I think we're done with the slides on it, but this just screams investment into the football program, and I absolutely love it. They are full bore into this. They're going to make sure we're going to be one of the premier football programs in FCS or wherever the future may hold. But this is definitely a push to make sure we're one of the top ones.
Yeah, and just big picture for the Dome guys, think about this with all the different seating options now. Like there's probably 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't even know how many anymore, but different fan experiences you're going to be able to get from all the different club seatings and the lounge areas and all now that new one we just talked about on the west side and this. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, there's based off of what I'm seeing, it's going to be hard to find a bad seat in the house.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Switching gears to football.
Really?
I know. I didn't want to do this either, but
you didn't have to. There's only one game that's happened.
We're into conference play, so just a real quick peek. There was only one conference game last week, and that was our game, obviously. But this week, conference play kicks off for everybody. So I just really wanted to look at the overall scores at this point. You got, look at your 4-0 teams there with the XDSUs. Illinois State 3-1, Southern Illinois 3-1, Youngstown State 3-1, and then a bunch of 2-2s. And Murray, who's our opponent this week for D-Days, 0-4, and then us obviously at 2-3. So just wanted to give a quick peek at the overall scores because that's pretty much all non-con at this point. But like I said, conference play starts this week for everybody.
I'm just annoyed that we're below Murray State right now, and Indiana State, and North Dakota, and UNI.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But it is what it is. It's just an ugly graph. It definitely will sort itself out as the season goes. Mitch just wanted to, be a little rude to us tonight.
A little extra motivation for the boys.
Good news is you can change that all.
Absolutely.
Just win 1 week at a time.
Mm-hmm. You can climb real quick because half the Missouri Valley will have one loss, and we will have 1-1. So, just gonna say.
All right. Go ahead. Here, I'll let you take this one.
I mean, Yotes hanging on by a thread in the polls, 21 going into this. Really, with the next few games we have, we'll be lucky to stay in, even if when we do win them, even in blowout fashion, just because they're not impressive opponents at the moment. But things will change as the season progresses. Got a lot of great opportunities ahead. Now, combo, this was a little bit of a topic between us this week coming into it.
Yeah, we were taking guesses.
We did nail it right on the head. I personally was hoping for the all red. I'm a fan of just full red on D-Days, but I understand for the people that can't handle all the red. So I seceded a little bit to Mitch on it, and I said red, white, and here we are.
I don't like looking like a giant red crayon. I just don't like the red pants. They don't do it for me. I do like this combo. This is actually a great combo, by the way.
I say this is probably, I think this is my favorite combo actually for home games. I like the alternate. You don't get me wrong. I like the alternate uniforms with the black and stuff. But as far as like traditional D-Days, I think this is the best combo. Although I'm not opposed to the all red on D-Days. I'm with Jake on that. But red, white, love it.
The only touch you could do to make it just a hair better, Yote script. But you guys know I got a soft spot in the heart for Yote script. Outside of that, fantastic combo. We're going to look good beating the crap out of Murray State.
Agreed. All right, series history versus the Racers. Not a really deep history here between us and them because they're new to the Valley. But South Dakota Murray State meeting for just the third time since the Racers joined the league in 2023. We obviously lead the series 2-0. Coyotes have been ranked in both previous meetings, ranked as high as fourth. In the second time in the short series, USD will host Murray State in Vermilion for D-Days. Got something worked out there between us and them. All 3 games will have taken place in the month of October, with the Yotes averaging 48.5 points per game and allowing just 1 touchdown in those 2 games. And that was in 2023. So obviously both those games were very, very lopsided. And I think, what was it last year? 59-0?
59-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, love to see a repeat of that.
Let's do that again.
Let's do it again. Exactly.
Heck, you know what? I'll take what we had in 2023 even. So,
all right, let's tee it up. Game 6 of this year, guys. We are, good Lord, halfway point.
Ugh.
It is crazy to think about. Like Jake said, number 21 South Dakota hosting Murray State. They're 0-4, like we said. This one, guys, again, Midco picks it up, obviously, on ESPN Plus for the TV broadcast. 2:00 kick, though. I want to highlight that 2:00. That's not the usual time. We're usually at 1:00 kick, but for D-Days, all the festivities, that gets shifted to 2 p.m. And you can also catch this on the radio too, the Coyote Sports Network. Definitely want to plug them with our friend of the show, John Thayer, Gary Culver, and Jerry Paleshi. So either way, whether you're there or watching on TV or the radio, however you can support. Definitely appreciate that in any way, shape, or form. All right, let's talk about weather.
And real quick, I want to verify. Yes, 2:00 kick, but does that still mean tailgate opens at 9? Even if you're a parade party pooper?
That's a good question. I think it's so many hours before kick, but I would just go there at 9.
All good-hearted Yotes are at the parade, so they just say 10:00, Jake.
Yep, that's right.
The good-hearted ones are already 3 deep by the time you show up.
Whatever. Bring it to the parade.
Tell that to Bob.
Jeez, here we go.
Real quick, I want to jump in on Ray's comment here, just so we don't forget it. Do you think you will see anything crazy from Nikes? I will tell you, they're not going to treat us like Oregon, if that's what you mean. I do fully expect something very similar to what we have currently seen, red and white, white and red. Nothing too crazy there. But typically with a jersey swap or a brand swap, they do try to do something big. That's where the chrome jersey hanging up behind Mitch actually came from. Was just kind of a thank you for switching over to Adidas, actually. So
yep,
we'll see if there's something similar like that. There could be.
I would suspect, like you said, a one-time kind of specialty uniform, a one-time deal. But as far as really making major changes, I would not expect that.
No, we've been a very consistent, similar program as we've gone through. Just as long as they don't bring back the 2010 jersey. I didn't like the white stripes down the sides.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different combos, gray and black and white, so there's not a lot of options left, but they'll do some sort of alternate, I'm sure, especially that first year.
We'll be looking fresh. Ooh, there you go.
Matt wants black chrome helmets. That could be sweet.
That would be pretty sweet.
Black matte. That would be nice too.
Black matte goes hard too, by the way. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, jumping back to tailgate. We got in the it's going to be pushing 80s, close to 90 degrees for a high on Saturday. So just say 80s. South wind, though, this is going to be a factor. We got 20 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts up to 35, maybe even 40 by the time we head into the dome. So it's going to be breezy. We're going to have to deal with that. But thankfully, we do have a dome. So weather at kickoff, 71 and calm inside.
Bingo.
Yes, love that. I say love the weather forecast. And I love summer. So the longer it can stay hot, I'm in for it. But that wind will be a problem. So make sure you bring your sandbags for your tents.
I say pray for people's pop-ups.
Yep. Say if you bring your pop-up, bring those sandbags, bring the whatever you got for them. And like Mitch said, the flags might only go up about halfway, depending on that too. But
half-mast flag staff.
Half-mast flags for the wind.
The flag's at the top, but
yeah.
All right.
Let's get the game started. That's what people are here for now.
Matchup preview. We're 30 minutes in already, guys. All right. Quarterback, redshirt freshman for them. Quarterback number 4, Jim Ogle. Running back, who we've seen a couple years now. Running back number 30, Juwan Northington. He's built pretty solid. And then kind of their star receiver, wide receiver number 3, Darius Cannon.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough to get into this matchup because I mean, you'll see the predictions here in a little bit, but we all fully believe that this will be over by halftime, more than likely, at least halfway through the third for sure. I think the big thing, and Mitch brought it up in the group chat, what was it, 55 freshmen on the team?
Yeah, so they have a newer coach. I think, yeah, you can see it on the screen there, second-year head coach, and he brought in this offseason after having his first kind of full year as coach and his first recruiting cycle, brought in 55 freshmen.
Absolutely insane. And I think if I remember correctly, last season they brought in about 40 to 45. So they are definitely trying to figure things out in Murray State, and they definitely went the high school route on building. So with that kind of approach, it still takes 2, 3, I'd say 3 to 4 years in reality before you start seeing the true impact on that hard of a recruiting approach.
Yeah, and just look at their opponents too, Grant. And I mean, we don't really recognize any of those teams. There's not a whole lot we can really say or compare there.
No, I say if you listen to the Yokecast yesterday, John Thayer, he had the play-by-play for Murray State on his show, and he made a good point about this starting conference. They really got no freebies, right? There's no D2 opponents. It's all FCS opponents and then FBS opponents as well. Kind of interesting, back to the recruiting story, he kind of talked about how the coach last year didn't come in until mid to late January, the head coach himself.
Right.
So really missed a majority of the recruiting trail. So they kind of talked about this really being year one for the coach. So again, kind of not the Murray State fans want to hear they had 2 year ones, but that's kind of the reality of it with the way they're recruiting. But I mean, to be honest, they're just in a different place than different goals and what we're trying to achieve, right? So you can see the scores there, some pretty ugly scores that they've played already, given up 45 points in every game except for one that they gave up 37. Not scoring at that high a level. So again, it's I will say I feel bad for them because timing's pretty bad, right? We just got a good butt whooping up in Fargo, so the players I think are beyond motivated to show people that that's not Coyote football. Oh, and by the way, it's Dakota Days, so congratulations, Murray. We'll see you at 2:00, but not going to be a fun afternoon for the racers, I have a feeling.
Now, the one matchup I want to really keep an eye on here that will be interesting, for Murray State, and it's noted here on our sheet, but they actually lean on the passing side of things. They're at almost 200 yards a game passing. And I would say if there is a soft spot on the defense currently, it is on the passing side. I think this is a get-right opportunity for the secondary as a whole, but that's a matchup I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on throughout the game.
Yeah, and just a couple of things to note with them. The only positive I'll say as far as their season goes is coming into this game, they're coming off of a bye. Because if you look at their schedule, they've had 3 away games. They have a ton of travel already, a couple of pay games there. But, it's tough. And the second to bottom stat there that I threw up is they're allowing 500-plus yards of offense per game, including 300 rushing yards allowed in those matchups. So, it's just tough. And guys, we were there, right? Like the transition into D1 and into and specifically into the Valley, because they're switching from, I think, Ohio Valley to the Missouri Valley Conference, and it's just a whole different animal. And we know as well as what they're going through because we had those struggles. And like Grant said, just 2 programs in totally different places right now. How about for us guys? What do the Yotes need to do specifically on Saturday?
I think this is a prove where you're at game. If you beat the doors off Murray State, it just continue that beat down on there. It just shows where you're at mentally, that you're going to continue on the season and fight. And I think that's what it comes down to in this kind of game. This is a game that you focus on being better yourself and getting right.
Yeah, I agree, Jake. I mean, this is like the definition of a get-right game in all formats. And to be honest, I would kind of call this a get-right game almost regardless of opponent for the Yotes, right? Like, there's honestly they've got to look more inward than outward for this game, right? After what happened last week. So And to your point too, with the defense like this, I mean, I think we all expect them to put up big points, and I think we'll be disappointed if they don't, right? Because the expectation for it uh, is going to be a big win, right? Because of there's so many factors. It's D-days. You're playing an opponent that's low quality, right? Like just metrically for them, and Jake, to your point too, Murray's tried to run the ball this year. They want to run the ball just like everybody, and have had no success doing so. So
Correct.
they're going to have to quickly pivot to the pass game. My hope is that, like you said, gives our secondary a chance to get some reps, get tested. But then I hope that they turn that into turnovers in the game too. So I agree, Jake, too, with that matchup. That's the one I kind of want to watch because I think they're going to go to the pass pretty quickly because I have a lot of confidence we're going to stop that run.
And that's the thing too. When you're getting blown out 45-10 and you're trying to do something, what are you doing? Are you running the ball or are you throwing?
Right.
This is a team that has gotten behind 4 times this season. I'll say it 15 times in his career as a coach. They've thrown the ball as much as they can, just trying to make sure. So it doesn't surprise me to see their number that high. We just got to be prepared to take advantage of those opportunities instead of going for a tackle, seeing if you can get that pick, trusting the guys behind you and making the play for USD.
Yeah, and the one last thing I want to say as far as the Yotes go is this game, guys, I want to see us dominate the line of scrimmage because we should. We absolutely should. And if we don't, alarm bells are going to be going off for me, both on the offensive line and the defensive line. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to just physically impose our will like we did last year to so many teams in what we called bully ball, right? And so that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's a good call out, Mitch, because I don't know. Maybe during Drake we saw a little bit of that bully ball kind of come back out, but outside of that, we have not seen that as often as we would like, right? And I know
Northern Colorado in the rush game we did.
Yes.
And the rush game was
that's
I'm
fair.
talking in all aspects, right?
Yeah, both offensively, defensively, passing, rushing, right? Yep, I'm with you on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be nice to see that kind of across all aspects of the game, and this is the game where you have the ability or have the opportunity to do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially the offensive line, right? Because last week was a terrible performance by them, and so I want to see them bounce back in a big way. And if they do, we light up the scoreboard early and often. All right, I'm not gonna go through these for the sake of time, but just know that in USD as a whole, we are not looking good on the metrics in terms of statistics here. Especially on pass. If you look at the passing game in general, guys, it's not been good, and we know that because we've watched all the games. But definitely need improvements there. Which this week, chance to do that if we don't run it 30, 40 times and rack up all the yards on the ground, which very well could happen. But
I'd like to see
some improvements there for sure. All right, let's go to lines. So real quick,
there you go, Yo fan. He said he was seeing us at -20.
Yes, that was the Reddit FCS line, which those come out early in the week, like Monday, Tuesday ish, usually, and that's it's not a Vegas line. That's just whatever their formula is with the Reddit guys. But that's -20, like Yoke fan said. FanDuel obviously is official betting outfit, so the official line there -28.5. Massey likes the Yotes by 24 with the final of 38-14. And not to skip them, but the Sagarin rankings there, we got Murray State at 255 out of 265 schools between FCS and FBS, and USD has continued to slip week by week. Here we're at 144.
We'll get right on that. I don't dwell too much on the rankings on a week by week. I'd like to see what it looks like when the dust all settles at the end of the season for sure. But we'll get it sorted out. There we go. Yes, a hat trick from a corner. I don't know if I've ever seen one, so that would be pretty legendary of a game.
Very, very legendary. Absolutely.
That would be nuts. Yeah, to that point, if Mikey went as a hat trick, my hat will be going out on the dome.
I will throw my hat on the field.
I'll throw it out there. That's it. I like that, Sheila.
Hockey style. That's a hockey reference
style.
right
I was gonna say hockey reference right there. Let's do it. We got the dome. We'll make them get the brooms out and get the hats off the field.
Is President Gestring hinting that we have hockey coming? I would be all for it.
I do want to apologize to President Gestring in advance. If my hat lands in the box below, I am sorry. I was aiming for the field.
That's awesome.
She'll know. She'll know.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right, pick segment here, fellas. Last segment, sponsored by the Carney family, the best sports fans any team could wish for. Thank you, Pat and family, for obviously sponsoring our show and keeping electricity on here for us. So appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
All right, and with that, they're coming in with a 31-10 Yotes victory. So I'm going to move right along here. I do like the 10 number, but I like the Yotes a little higher. I think we do light up the scoreboard. We're really good at scoring 40-plus points at home and defending that home turf. That seems to be kind of the ticket over the last year or two. So I'm going 42-10 Yotes with a convincing win.
All right, and while we get ready to pull up Grant's, we got Ray's in the comment section here, 41-14. So it feels like a lot of people are focusing on just two scores by Murray State as we go. There we go.
And a couple more coming in here. Go ahead, throw them up.
Yep, Matt Kogel here. He did say 97-2, which is concerning that we gave up a safety in your prediction. So 63-10, which in reality is only a 4-point improvement from last season, but allowing 10 extra points. So, I mean, that's not too crazy to think about in the dome.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Oh, Yoke fan. Did you throw up Yoke fans yet?
Okay. I missed that one. Yep. Go ahead and throw that
37-3. 37-3. I like it. I'd like a little more points, but overall, I'd like that on D-Days.
Here's the explanation on the two. It was a blocked XP returned.
Okay.
So, I've only seen one of those in my life, and it was probably one of the most disheartening spots I've ever seen it happen at, so I prefer not.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and jump to Grant's, and then after Grant's, we'll throw a few more that are in the chat here.
Yeah, I have this one a little bit. I don't have the 40 points, but although I will say that's what I'm looking for. But just again, we've kind of seen the offensive be a little inconsistent. Still, I think looking for its true identity. So, hoping we get back to running the ball like we did against Northern Colorado. I'd like to see a little bit more of that. Maybe not 35 carries for LJ, but let's get the ground game back in control. Get some of that going. But otherwise, I think we dominate. I'm hoping some guys can get some play time late in this one as well.
So I will say that. I mean, I get it where your thoughts are on wanting to get LJ going. For the most part, they've got it going. Leading up to the NDSU game, he was averaging 222 yards a game. That's unbelievable, and I fully if he hits less than 200, it'll just because we already blew out the score on there. But I fully expect more like Mike Reed and Carson Fletcher to be getting their shots in this game. This is definitely a good
Reed
get
Watkins. Right. Reed Watkins, yeah. I got you.
I'd love to see Reed Watkins get going here. He's everything I've heard, lightning in a bottle, can do a little bit of everything, catch, run, whether he is a 12 to 15 carry kind of guy or up to 5 catches a game opportunity. He's going to be special. I think this is an opportunity for him to go.
Speaking of that, Jake, have we seen a screenplay called yet this year?
We have not. I'll say this. We really never saw a screenplay called last season either.
I was about to say that.
I think we got the weapons to do it. Especially you mentioned Reed
last year at all. Now that you say that, a tight end screen, maybe. I don't know if I remember.
Yeah, we had some JJ screens, but I want to see one with Reed. Give me something.
We
wheel route like the Tice wheel route down the sideline. I like that with Reed.
Mm-hmm. I will say, for the most part, when it comes to your typical screens where you're talking either the O-line lets everybody through and then the running back just sneaks through them, that kind, or the wheel or just the screen route to wide receiver. We typically haven't ran those, but we have brought a few where we've brought a wide receiver across and then push the O-line downfield that way on those kind of screens. But the typical screen that everybody thinks of, we have not ran those in a long time.
No, we haven't. I would like to see that. That's on my wish list.
Honestly, the last game I truly remember was against NDSU in 2023 up on their place.
Yep.
But they also went for touchdowns too. So, yep, we got 38-7 here from Cassie like this. And then actually we got Sarah Wells throwing one in there too. 38-16. I'm trying to read that too. Oh, yes.
What is she?
Looks like the black helmet Yotes in the pic has a cigar in his mouth. That's funny.
All right. 38-16, though. I don't like that. That's too many points. Too many points given up for Murray State. Don't like that.
Sarah.
Don't
You're
like
the highest.
that.
You're allowing the most amount of points in the game so far.
Come on, Sarah.
All right, go ahead and throw mine
I'll
up
talk
there.
some sense into her on Saturday when I see her.
You better. Go ahead and throw mine up there, even though you put my wrong one in there.
Go big or go home, man.
Go big or go home. Yeah.
And
here's the thing: what we did to them last season and what they have coming back, I 51-7 is very plausible. And you know what? Even though we aren't where we want to be for this season, and we're not comparable to last season yet, you're at home. D-Days. We're 1,000 short of selling out. Like it's going to be bumping there. It's going to be loud for redshirt freshmen and giving up 500 yards of offense on that defensive side. 51-7 is very, very plausible.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very realistic. And that's just on paper. That's,
Mm-hmm.
we get, this is like we said, it's a game, it's a chance to get right and really play with the offense and get things going. So I would like to not just see LJ rush for 300. Honestly, I'd like to see that passing game just because I think it's an opportunity to get some rhythm. It's something we've lacked up to this point in the season with that passing game is rhythm. And so I would like to see that.
I would definitely love to see 250 plus from Aiden if it's possible. I get it. Like we could have saw that. Was that
the reason? Well, the reason I brought up the screens is because get Aiden in a rhythm early. Give some easy throws. Give him some easy throws. Some real short yardage stuff. Some lollipop, so to speak, and then get that rhythm, and then you run the ball, set up that play action, take that deep shot to Fenner, get that 50, 60-yard bomb or to Tennell. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I'm looking for is just kind of get in rhythm.
And, to go along with the passing game, I'd really love to see Dallas Holmes get his rhythm.
Yes.
His blocking, he deserves so much on the receiving side of things for the effort he puts on the field, on the run blocking. It is absolutely unbelievable the amount of holes he has created. He is probably one of the best run blocking tight ends we've had in a long time. So, that's I'd really love to see him get going just to be rewarded for everything else he's done for the team so far. I was going to say.
President gesturing from the top rope.
Absolutely.
Shout out on
days. Run it back.
59-0. Yep. Double it up. Hey, it's there. There's a lot of motivation on this team. Any one of these scores that has been thrown out so far, is all very plausible, except for the 97-2.
There.
That one's a little trickier to work that math out, but
yeah, a little higher there. But no, I'm so pumped. I'm ready to be back in the dome with all of you. I'm ready for the silent auction to close up. It's going so well. I did actually, while we were going here, I did put a post on that saying an update to the helmet. Again, discount right now for sure compared to what you'd see these at for Calling All Coyotes on the helmets and jersey. Typically, they're going for $1,000. So this is your opportunity to own a piece of very, very cool Coyote gear at a discounted rate.
Absolutely. And for a great cause, right? It's for the kids.
It's for the kids always. All the proceeds are going there. I can't think of a better way. Plus, I want to reiterate, because it is so cool, Northwestern Mutual employees that graduated from the University of South Dakota are matching up to $2,000. So if we can sneak that jersey up to $700, get the helmet close to $1,000, we're well over that $2,000 mark. And like I said, we're donating over $4,000 to Aiden's cause.
Huge. And like you said, I can't wait to be back in the dome. See all you guys.
Absolutely.
One closing thing. Just remember, folks, bring your friend. It's D-Days. Enjoy it. We've got, after D-Days, there's 2 road games, so we won't see you for 3 weeks after this. So take advantage of D-Days. Take advantage of this game. It's going to be a fun one. We're gonna blow them out. So enjoy it, and we'll see you Saturday.
Celebrate responsibly.
There you go.
Absolutely. Cakes and eggs on Sundays. We'll see you there.
Do not burn down Vermilion. You can celebrate hard. Just burn down the town.
Yeah, we went there for the next D-Days.
That's right.
Perfect. Well,
All
I
right.
think that's a great spot to end, unless you guys got anything else.
Nothing else. Can't wait to be with you Saturday.
Perfect.
Happy
Go
D-Days.
Yotes.
Go Yotes.
Happy D-Days. Go Yotes.